Welcome back to the Girl Cave. This month, the tool for Tool Time Tuesday is decorative edge scissors. Now, I know for a fact that I had a lot more. However, as I went through my craft room and I noticed things that I wasn't using and they were just taking up space, I got rid of them. But I did keep these four because I tend to use them quite often. In particular, these two I use very, very often. So much so that they live in my scrapbooking travel tote. So whenever I'm going on a retreat, they are already packed. I'm going to show you how I use it. So first of all, these are the edges. So this one has a very irregular edge to it. It's kind of like you tore the paper, but it's a little bit more controlled than if you did. And I just love it because if you notice, it doesn't really follow a pattern. Like it's very different. It's very low here, and then it has a little jag going that way, and then just, it's beautiful. And then this is the scallop edge that I use. I love it for adding a little bit of interest to my borders. I have a lot of these left from many years ago. These came from Creative Memories, and look at that. I have a whole bunch. And these are perfect for adding just a little bit of color to your page on a border. And I love to use the scissors or my border punch to just give them a little bit more interest. And then these two, this is this one, which has like a little deckled edge right there. So right there, it's just so cute and so delicate. And then, of course, I have the pinking one, which I don't know why I don't use it more often, but I have it just in case. I love to use them on tags. If you see here, I have a lot of those 3x4 journaling cards, and I just want to use the word on them. I don't want to use the whole 3x4, so I will cut just the word out and then glue it to tag, which I've used my scissors to add a little edge to it. And it just makes it different, right? This one is just a regular tag, and I just used the deckled edge one, and I cut it at an angle so it looks a little bit rougher. So right now, this would be a great cluster base. And then for this one, I did the same. Taped it to the back, and then I used my soft scallops. And that is how I normally use my decorative edge scissors. But for today, I'm going to show you something else. You can create pinwheels just with a regular square. You're going to do the following. Let me clear this. And I have to be careful with this. I don't want to drag it over my desk because it's a drawing. And I don't want the pencil lead all over my table. Isn't that beautiful? I took a tutorial on YouTube on how to do faces and fairies. And I don't know that doesn't give me that much of a fairy vibe. Like when I look at her, I feel like she could be the daughter of Mr. Spock and Barbara Streisand. Like, no offense to Barbara Streisand, but that's the vibe that I get. This would be their daughter. I think she's pretty. I really do. I think the nose is what's giving me the Barbara Streisand vibe. Isn't she cute? And I did that just following a YouTube tutorial. So that's one of my goals for next year, is to do a little bit more art. Develop that skill. Because I didn't take art growing up. We didn't have that in our school. I really enjoy it. I'm not really good at it quite yet, but I enjoy the process and I want to really be good at it. All right, so we're going to create a pinwheel. For that, you need a square. And then using a pencil, you're going to draw a line from one corner to the other and then from one corner to the other. So you're going to draw two lines. And I recommend using double-sided paper and a pencil. I'm using a chalk pencil because that's what I had on my desk. And where they meet, you're not going to cut right through it. So you're going to cut right here on these four corners, but make sure that you don't reach the middle. So I'm going to show you right here. I have this one, and in the middle, I made the little cross just a little bit. I marked it a little bit harder so that I could see it. And let's see. I think I'm going to use this one. And I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut from this corner, not quite to the middle. Not quite to the middle, because otherwise it'll get ruined. But I'm going to stop right, maybe a 1/4 of an inch before the middle, like right there. And I'm going to do the same thing on all 4 corners, making sure to stop right there. You don't have to be too precise. Just make sure that you don't cut to the middle, because then you'll just have 4 little triangles instead of 1 square. And now all I do, maybe I could cut this one just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Right there. You're going to take the flaps. See how it's like that? You're going to take this corner and you're going to bring it into the middle, kind of forming like a 90-degree right there. Place it on the desk. Crease. And then do the same thing with this one. Bring it right there. Create a 90-degree. If it's not exactly 90, it's okay. It's a pinwheel. There's that one. And then the last one. Right there. It just gives it a little bit more interest. Here's one with using just straight scissors. Okay. So right now at here, I would put a button or maybe a gem in a bright color. So if my page had pinks, blues, and grays, then I would put the button or a gem in pink here to make it pop. Same thing here. I could use a button or a little gem to hold all those little flaps together. And just look at that. Just using your decorative edge scissors just gives it a whole other look. And it just makes it just so much cuter. That is all I have for you today. Thank you for spending time with me here at the Girl Cave. I'm going to clean up my area and I think I'm going to draw today. I'll see you again next week. Bye.